Welcome to AMX81. It is the Spaniard here. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for being here. I encourage always offer feedback, comment. If you know someone who could use this message, please feel free to tag them and include them in our daily videos. Now I'm smiling, and this is a little bit interesting today because my daughter, Gracie, is laying right there because she woke up a little bit early. So we're gonna see how this task goes today. Am I able to still record while she is watching Caillou right beside me? He's probably gonna tell me to shh here in a little bit. So I appreciate y'all being here. Like I said, feedback, comments, please keep them coming. Tag someone who could use this message. Feel free to share it. I appreciate every bit. Dennis, Joe, Derek, you guys tuning in on a daily basis. You know, I'm loving this little community we're building. So thank you very much. Welcome, Misha. So today's video is AMX81-All In. So are you all in? And the book we're reading is thanks, Dennis. The book we're reading is Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. And this idea of daring greatly, we opened up with The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. And we talked about this idea of being the man in the arena, being the person who is marred with dust and blood and sweat and tears, and who is truly, fully living life. I referenced my tattoo, my Carpe Diem tattoo, and that's it. That's you know, the last book we read was The Energy Bus. It's about fully bring the energy bus, good. It's about the energy bus, fully embracing that energy for life, wherever it takes you. And today's video is called Being All In, and that's what it's about. It's about being all in, whatever your situation is, whatever your job title, your family title, etc. It's being all in. And oftentimes being all in results in vulnerability. And that is much of what today's chapter about is vulnerability. And the author goes on to say, yes, we are totally exposed when we are vulnerable. Yes, we are in the torture chamber that we call uncertainty. And yes, we're taking a huge emotional risk when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. But there's no equation where taking risks, braving uncertainty, and opening ourselves up to emotional exposure equals weakness. She's saying there is no equation, there's nothing that makes opening yourself up for risk equaling weakness. Now, the reason that I'm so passionate about these videos, my podcast, The Fighter's Mindset, this book, Daring Greatly, is because I've been the most vulnerable I've ever been in my life on a live television screen in front of close to 1 million people. I've been there. And I'm telling you, on the other side of it, not on the other side of it, it can only go up. But on the other side of it, I'm that much stinking more well-equipped for anything that comes my way than I was prior to that experience happening. So I encourage you all, let go of that, you know, the uncertainty, the fear, the risk. Let go of the idea that those things equal weakness, and instead embrace it. Embrace the uncomfortability that comes with uncertainty, that comes with risk, that comes with fear. Because as Jamie Foxx, famous actor, singer, personality, Jamie Foxx said, what's on the other side of fear? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing on the other side of fear. Embrace it. She goes on to say, I define vulnerability as uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. Uncertainty, risk, emotional exposure. So as you go throughout your day, ask yourself, am I all in? Are you all in? I'm sorry, Gracie, I'll keep it down. Are you all in? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you possibly experiencing uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure? Or are you living safely? Nothing wrong with living. What, Gracie? Come here, look at the camera. Say hi to my friends. Are you experiencing that vulnerability, that risk, or are you playing it safe? My message, be all in. Take the risk, take the uncertainty, take the possible self-doubt, because on the other side of it, you're going to be that much more well-equipped for what's to come your way. ¿Qué pasa, guapa? Hold on one second. I will get you some yogurt when we go downstairs.
I want my mom.
Okay, moms. We're going to eat mom's yogurt. Moving on. So here are some of the examples. She talks about vulnerability, and she does a lot of research. This book is based on data and facts, and she says she put this open-ended question out there. And I would ask you in the comments and feedback, let me know what you think. She leaves this open-ended question out there. Vulnerability is blank. Vulnerability is blank. Some of the responses are sharing an unpopular opinion, standing up for myself, asking for help, saying no, starting my own business, helping my 37-year-old wife with stage 4 breast cancer make decisions about her will. That is vulnerability. What are some of your examples of vulnerability? The uncertainty, the risk, standing up for something you believe in when you feel that the majority is against you, beginning the first step of an uphill battle. What is vulnerability? A new opportunity. Perfect. What is vulnerability to you? She says, this is really cool. She says, vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Vulnerability, we think of vulnerability as, walking out of the bathroom with toilet paper hanging out of your pants or toilet paper on your shoe. We think of it as this, no, not me. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for the person. Shift your mindset there. Vulnerability is opportunity. Vulnerability is opportunity to be courageous. Think of it this way, going on this video this morning with my daughter right there, where I might have to hit click, but that's vulnerability. But whatever, it's life. It's the way things happen. Life is not scripted. These videos are not scripted. You never know what's going to happen. So I encourage you to embrace that vulnerability because it's an opportunity to be courageous. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to fall on my face and have to hit finish early. You'll understand. It's that way in your life. What's the worst that's actually going to happen? And you'll find that 99.9% of those times, the other people in the room, the other people in those situations, the other people in your office, on your team, are experiencing the same exact things. Now, this is another cool open-ended question that she posed. She said, "How does vulnerability feel?" She said, the response is, "How does vulnerability feel? It's taking off the mask and hoping the real me isn't too disappointing. It feels like not sucking it in anymore. It's where courage and fear meet. You are halfway across a tightrope, and moving forward and going back are both just as scary." So this is no easy feat. Being vulnerable, being all in, experiencing that uncertainty and that risk and that fear of failure, it is not easy at all, but it's also liberating. In your own, come here, Gracie, say hi to the camera. In your own personal lives, think of the most vulnerable you've been. You have no choice but to move forward. And with this community that we're building, you have the support to move forward. Look, I don't want to harp on this and I don't want to make this about me, but I'm making it about me so you can learn for you. When I got knocked out, here, sit right here, baby. When I got knocked out against Danny Castillo, that was terrible. I'm sorry, I will keep it down. She's trying to hear her TV. That was terrible. It was vulnerability, but it was also an opportunity to be the most courageous that I've ever been, to make a decision to say, I will move forward and I will figure out a way to use this for good in my life and in other people's lives. So find that opportunity. Look for that state of vulnerability as an opportunity to be courageous. Gracie wants me to let you know that I'm talking too loud. Honey, we'll be done here in a minute. Now, this is something that I think in like 3 minutes. 2 more minutes. This many. This is something that I think is really awesome. She says, I believe that I believe honest conversations about vulnerability and shame can change the world. Honest conversations. That's what we're having right now, an honest conversation about vulnerability, risk, fear. My daughter in the back room, my son down there crying, my wife deprived of sleep. That is an honest conversation. How many of you deal with that or your own variation of that in your life? Every single one of us. Because I'll tell you what, no life is so perfectly scripted that there is not a baby or a son or my car battery is dead. You're going to experience that vulnerability and that fear and that uncertainty. So is everyone. So take off that shield. One of the explanations of vulnerability is like being naked on stage. Boom, take it off. Not actually. Don't go to your office and strip down naked. But when you let go of that armor, it's liberating. Yeah, it's scary as heck sometimes, but it's also liberating. A podcast, a book, these videos, there's a chance that everyone's going to say that's the dumbest stuff we've ever seen and that's terrible. Whatever. There's also a chance that it's going to catch steam and be the greatest thing ever. You never know. There is that uncertainty in any step you're taking towards any worthy goal. There is going to be that vulnerability. Starting to wrap it up here because my daughter is getting a little bit testy. So as you move in, I encourage this. The message from today is be all in. Be all in. Embrace that fear. Embrace that risk. Embrace that uncertainty. Gracie's June, away from the TV, honey. Embrace that uncertainty. Come and say goodbye to my friends. Embrace that uncertainty. Be all in. Understand that. Come over here, Gracie. Understand that at the end of it, it's like a battle scar. It's like a wound. It's like you name it. It's preparation, right? I want to help you be prepared for anything that comes your way. Good, bad, indifferent. I want to help you be prepared. Be all in. Embrace the uncomfortability. Thank you for tuning in to AM Excellence 81 All In. Please tag a friend who could use this message. Share it. Follow us. Tomorrow, AM Excellence 82. Gracie June, come say goodbye. Come say goodbye. Siéntate aquí. Here, let's show off for our friends. What color is azul?
Blue.
Blue. What about naranja? What about naranja?
Orange.
Orange. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 6:30 for AM Excellence 82. Carpe diem. Fight well. Check you out tomorrow.